Hello everyone, today we're actually going to install a program for Windows 2 in VirtualBox. Actually two. Well, technically in one. It's the very first version of Microsoft Office. Both of which are on WinWorld PC. Basically you need to open up Pip Editor and for program name type in setup.exe. And then this will be for Microsoft Word specifically. I don't know any parameters, but initial directory, type in the A drive for the floppy disk drive. It desires 640 kilobytes. But we're only going to give it, I'm going to give it 128 kilobytes to work with. It does not directly modify anything, and the rest is okay. So now you got to type in File, Save As, and I'm going to save in the C drive, the local user directory of this version of DOS. And put it as setup.pip. There we go. And you're like, well, we can double click it now. But no. It needs to read the Word setup from disk drive A. This version of Microsoft Office is installed from floppy disk. But yeah, we're going to install it from floppy disk. And it's Word 1.1 for Windows. Now click retry. Of course, I'm going to resize the window to fit my screen better. There it is. Now you can run the Word setup from within Windows without it going all full screen. Just follow the instructions, install Word, press enter, install Word for Windows and Utilities, press enter. Just say continue with Word installation. Now for the path, I always install it into this directory. You could just leave it as default WinWord. But I always do it in this directory. Just type whatever directory you want. Like I would. Now it needs a program disk. Insert the program disk and press enter. It needs the help disk. Now it needs the conversions disk. I'm going to do a full installation, so I'm going to install every single conversion. Just insert the conversions disk, and now I'm going to install every single one. You have to actually manually select each one you want to install. I'm going to do all of them. But you have to select all of them and then continue to select ones. And I'm going to install all the graphics filters. Install tutorial lessons. Now it wants the tutorials disk. It's going to want the help disk now. Just reinsert the help disk and press enter. Now it wants the proofing tools. Insert in proofing tools and press enter. Now type in, just press enter here. Just don't install any DOS printer drivers because I don't know of any. We don't have any printers, so don't bother. We're done, I guess. I can't do this, so we're done. My mouse is breaking. Always whenever I use Cam Studio. Now, we're not done yet. Now we gotta go back to the Windows directory and reopen Pip Edit. Now this time, we're going to open the same file we just created. Whatever directory you put it in. Just change the title to Excel setup. You really don't need to do this. It just bothers me to have it Word set up for Microsoft Excel and stuff like that, so yeah, just click OK, and I'll click OK here, and we're done. Now we go back. But of course, you gotta remember to actually insert the disk. So, insert the Excel disk. This one. So it's for Windows. Now click OK. Here we go. Now we gotta resize this window to... no, that's not it. And I don't want to mark it. Press enter. Just press enter to continue, and we're going to install it. So press I. Click cancel. Once it's set up in the Windows directory, I recommend you don't do that. So I'm just going to do whatever directory I would normally do. Now just confirm your choice, unless you didn't like it. Now library disk, and once the library disk, insert the library disk. It fails to copy this file, so we're not done with setup just yet. No. Now, we need to insert the next disk. Just close the setup file, but you still need to insert the next disk. Now this time, we actually need to go to File, Copy, and now we're not copying just one file. We're going to copy all such. Type in A and type in whatever directory you're installing Excel to, because it fails to do it automatically. And now we're done. Now we gotta take out this floppy disk. And they want us to restart our computer, but we can already actually start them. Now just type in a name and your initials, and we can already load Word. Hey, stop messing up my cursor. And of course, oh yeah, there were breadcrumbs already. Excel. And there you go, guys. There are really programs for Windows 2 after all. Word and Excel, as you could see. And I showed you how to install them in VirtualBox. Bye.